little tiny creature swimming and sloshing about. I put my ear down to that puddle, I could hear one of them shout, we're going to the amoeba house, everybody gonna be there. Got my eye on a cute paramecium, you know, the one with the wavy hair. We'll be rocking, rolling, shaking ourselves, flapping our cilia all over. Well, the good times don't ever gonna stop when you go to the amoeba house.
I have no idea what's going on, but I think we're back in the studio. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Atheist Experience. We're supposedly live. I'm Matt Dilloney. Joining me this week, Don Baker. They've done all kinds of renovations to the studio, and we only had about 30 minutes to try and do setup, which is why absolutely nothing works. Just for the information of the guys in the control room, I'm looking at the screen, don't see any CG stuff at all. And we're watching what's coming or what's going to Grande or whatever. We haven't done a phone check, and this is a live call-in program. So, I mean, we are flying by the seat of our pants here. And I'm not wearing pants.
We're debugging as we go here.
Yeah. So we're trying to get the laptop configured so that we can communicate with the control room to let us know who's on the phone. We'll work on that as the show goes on. Ooh, we just lost pick. Hey, look. Okay. So anyway, this is going to be lots of fun, and I'll just I'll get the regular announcements out of the way. This is the Atheist Experience. We're live every Sunday from 4:30 to 6 p.m. We're back in the studio at Public Access Community Television. Channel Austin, I think it's channelaustin.org, or is it .com? Hey, there was some CG for a minute.
Okay.
Anyway, we've been doing the show from Dillahunting International Studios, that palatial and wonderful, fully equipped and fully functioning studio. And now we're back here. But we're sponsored by the Atheist Community of Austin, a nonprofit educational organization promoting positive atheism and the separation of church and state. And the ACA has weekly meetings every Sunday at Romeo's on Barton Springs Road, beginning at around 11:30, except for the first Sunday of the month when we host our lecture series at the Austin History Center, located at the corner of 9th and Guadalupe. You can go to our website, www.atheist-community.org, for more information about the ACA and our events. There's a calendar of scheduled events up there as well. We do a number of other things, including happy hour every Thursday at the Dog and Duck at 17th and Guadalupe. And in addition to this program, the ACA also sponsors a bi-weekly internet audio podcast called The Nonprofits. That's Prophets. You can go to nonprofitsradio.com for more information about that program. We were supposed to be live yesterday. Unfortunately, I had to work, so we canceled yesterday's show, and we'll do what we can to make up for it. I appreciate everybody's patience while we deal with both messes in this studio and disasters in my work schedule and everything else that has messed up the shows that people appreciate. As I mentioned, it's a live call-in show, and we will have the telephone number up for you shortly. What we'll end up doing is, after the announcements are over, Don will have a little presentation quickly to talk about while we sort out more problems. We'll post the number. I'd like to try this week, if at all possible, to have callers from outside the Austin area not to call, unless we just have no callers. Now that we're back up and live in the studio, we've been taking calls over Skype and stuff, and we'll try and go back to that once everything else here is working. But if you're outside of Austin, hold off for a while, and we'll see if we get local calls first. Preferably some people who might happen to disagree with us on one thing or another. I'm interested in finding out what you believe and why, where we agree, where we disagree. We promote positive atheism. We're here to support the atheist community in the Austin area, but also we like to kind of try to raise the level of public debate and dialogue, have conversations that matter, that may bring some insight and information to different people. I'm not here to try and take your hope and faith away or anything like that, although it's a bonus if I do. I only get paid in bonuses. I don't get paid for any of the rest of it. But we'll have more information about that as well. The ACA, in addition to all the other events, there should be information on the website about the next blood drive, food donation, street cleanup, things like that. And after this program's over, everybody involved gets together and goes to dinner. And tonight we will be returning to the atheist mecca, Threadgills on Riverside.
One of many.
We've been going to Pluckers up at Lake Creek because that's closer to Dillahunting International Studios, which I just love saying. That's just fun. But this week we'll be going back to Threadgills after a long time away, several months. Any atheist or atheist-friendly person is welcome to join us at this or any of our other events. You don't have to be a member to attend, although you can find out more about membership at the ACA website. If you're coming down to preach, proselytize, provoke, punch, pick on, pester, please don't.
Perturb.
You perturb. You got another one? Please don't. You can just pick up the phone and call in as soon as the number's up, and we'll be happy to talk with you. We only screen calls to get rid of prank calls. We don't screen calls to get rid of crazy. As
Crazy makes good TV.
As many of the clips that have made their way to YouTube demonstrate, crazy gets on all the time. And there are people out there who are convinced that crazy's on when there are no callers. But
Right.
So thanks, everybody. We have a huge studio audience filling up this room, welcoming us back here. And I'll try that again while we try and get that up and running.
It's plugged in properly.
But while we're sorting problems, actually, I've got a line here that's flashing. Oh, it went away. So, Don, how are you?
I'm doing all right.
Good. Well, we'll go ahead and let you get started.
Okay.
And we'll
okay.
we'll let them try and sort out problems.
We haven't been on the air in a while. We've been on the internet all summer, but our usual format of the show is that we have a host who is here pretty much all the time, and a co-host whose responsibility who rotates. I'm only on every 5 weeks or so. Co-host responsibility is to bring in a topic for discussion or to introduce. And when you call, you don't have to talk about the topic. You can call and talk about anything related to religion or atheism or science or reason, all these good topics. So on previous shows, I've talked about the impact of the Bible. I've called it the greatest hits. And it was really sort of a series on how the Bible has had an impact on the world through acting through the religion. And we did a long series on that. But you can turn this around and say, well, what are some of the impacts on the world that have happened that have been despite the Bible or that have been at odds with the Bible? And there's one in particular that I think is pretty darn interesting, and that is the case of the abortion and the pro-life movement, which is heavily steeped in Christianity, but is not at all based in biblical Christianity. You have to really strain in order to look for places in the Bible that support the pro-life movement. And I want to kind of have a little bit of a devil or God's advocate dialogue going